Is multitasking stressing you out? How can we be focusing and be more productive? Okay, so, Nicole, come. Let me introduce Nicole here, okay? So she is also a mommy of 2 kids, right? And she's also an MOE registered trainer. Wow, and she's a founder of Symphony Sensations, helping, doing a lot of very great workshops, to help people to improve their wellness, right? And also she is very, very, very well versed in essential oils, okay, which are really helping us in our health. Okay, so Nicole, anything else that you want to add? Yeah.
Yes, so I conduct a lot of workshops. So I prefer a toxic-free lifestyle. Actually, it's like being forced to, because I used to have very, very bad eczema. So when I, managed to use the oils to help me in 3 months, because I was a sufferer for 10 years, right? I was like, oh, I want to help more people, because my eczema was so bad previously, right? When I wear my clothes, especially like pants, the wound and the pants.
Oh.
So before I go to shower, sometimes okay, shower time, because the wound and the pants will tear. Yeah, but then you cannot wear dress or skirt to work, because then they will see that wound over there.
Right?
Yeah, scar. It's not even scar. It's like
bumps
oozing out, like kind of wound.
Quite bad.
Yeah, quite bad. And if people were to see, like my friends saw me, hey, you dare to go out like that? So then I start to doubt myself, because I used to have good skin, and suddenly my feet is like that. And my mom nagged me and say, hey, I give birth to you, you were okay. That kind of stuff.
A lot of very low self-esteem.
Yeah,
right?
It makes me like, okay, so like something wrong with me. So I was very self-aware, and a lot of things you cannot do but to hide the wound. So that was how I get to know, because I try really a lot of remedy. I go to TCM,
a lot of money, a lot of time, right?
I tried my mother crocodile meat soup.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's so good to really, as mummies, we also need to know a lot of things so that we can help our children, So I hope everybody comes into life, share this life with your friends, share the link, right? So we can share with more people how we can help other. For me, okay, anything, the next slide here. Okay, so I'm Jasline, I'm a parenting strategist. Okay, I help parents, really come up with ideas to help their children, as well as coping with themselves. Sometimes they're frustrated, a lot of things happening themselves and they cannot cope. Okay, so join me in my Facebook, Facebook page, and also my YouTube videos, so that you can see more on my videos to how we help parents as well as for children. So I'm a study coach. So I also teach study tips, and conduct courses. So I'm also an international speaker and a course creator as well. Okay, and remember this live at the end of it, right? Nicole and I are going to give you really, very exciting things. Tickets, go to my webinar. And for Nicole, she has a free workshop. She just need to stay in tune in her newsletters, so that she'll be able to inform you. So we'll give you the link at the end of our live. All right. Okay, so we're going to learn 3 things, and then we'll learn really, really awesome tips and then fast hacks. Okay, so you'll learn what exactly is multitasking. Yeah, a lot of us say, actually multitasking. Actually, when I went deeper, it's not just like you're doing one task to another. It could be even other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what is actually exactly what is multitasking, and maybe you are also doing that. Okay, even though you don't know. Right, Nicole? Yeah, and also the cost of multitasking. Yeah, we thought that multitasking seems good, right? At one time I can do 3 things, right? But actually there are a lot of other disadvantages. Okay, and number 3, okay, we are here to help everyone to break this habit if multitasking is not helping you. Okay, I think a lot of parents, a lot of students tell me, hey, I'm very busy, but I don't seem that I'm doing productive work. Okay, I'm not sure what you heard. Have you heard that, Nicole?
Yeah, definitely, because sometimes too many things, right? And then they are overwhelmed.
Correct. Same as children, right? They have tuition, they have projects, they got self-study, or maybe they have your homework to do. Okay, so mummies as well, they got to cook, they got to make sure that you go to school on time, make sure you do your homework, a lot of things going on at the same time, especially got younger children. Like, that's why I show this picture. Sometimes we are helpless, sometimes we are also very frustrated. So many things to do, okay? Especially when our spouses are not also helping us. Okay, so we are all frustrated. But we need to have find time, right? Find time. Time is limited also. So we need to find that at a certain period of time, we're going to do things and they're going to be productive, right? So today is about productivity. So let's go. Okay, so I'm going to share with you multitasking. Okay, let's share some stories of multitasking. Okay, so for especially during COVID, most of us are working from home, right? So what is the multitasking? I think it's sometimes you have to take care of the baby, you have to take care of your household chores, and maybe you have to cook something because you are too late to go out for lunch. So you have to cook something simple. So that is, to me, is also multitasking. What is your definition of multitasking, Nicole?
For me, is honestly speaking, just very simple things like eating and watching TV at the same time.
Oh, same time.
And
can
then
digest a lot.
Yeah, and then sometimes is you want to eat, then you want to check your stock market if it's at night. You want to know what's going on. Then you want to watch that movie on Channel 5. So it's like multitasking. Correct.
So when I talk about, let's share what is multitasking exactly, right? Yes, we all thought that, at one time I do several things, right? Like working on 2 or more tasks simultaneously. And then next point is about switching back and forth from one thing or another. Okay, for example, you're doing one email, halfway, okay, I go and click onto the social media. Okay, I go and take a drink. And it becomes like disrupted. This is also multitasking. Okay, that means you are doing halfway, do another thing, and you find that you can't finish all the tasks. Okay, that's also one way of multitasking. Okay, and also another thing about multitasking that could be you're performing a number of tasks in rapid succession. That means you do everything quickly all at one time. That is also multitasking. Okay, so let me ask you, Nicole, do you think multitasking actually help us or not helping us?
Honestly speaking, I used to think that multitasking helped me, but look at me. Sometimes I feel a bit crazy.
You like this picture? I love this picture, Nicole, right? Okay, so parents, you are actually having this kind of crazy time, right? Yeah, please type yes, why inside the chat, okay, inside the live, because maybe you also share with us how is your children, what kind of multitasking you do, and right now you can share with us in the comments, or what helps you or what doesn't help you, so you can share with other parents. Okay, so I love this picture. We are all doing different things at different time, and is it good or is it bad? Okay, let me share with you that actually in scientific ways, right? Okay, once we are doing so many things at one time, right, we cannot concentrate and we cannot finish, and actually the word is called distracted, right? Yeah. So we cannot do everything finished. So actually, it's actually a productivity killer, okay? Yeah. So if you think that you are accomplishing multiple things at one time, actually you are wrong, okay? Because your attention actually shifts. And then when you go back to the first task, for example, you're doing 3 things, right? And you want to go back to the first task, you're actually wasting time trying to recall what you did in the first task. You remember that or not, Nicole?
Yes, I remember that. I do that all the time. I used to think that was productive because sometimes everything come in, especially email come, then your phone ring. I mean, especially at work, then your colleague wants to talk to you. Maybe now we don't have, we work from home more, but something will pop up or your phone will ring and stuff. So yeah, it's very crazy.
So the bad thing about being a productive killer is because when you go back to the task that you originally started, you got to sort of all over again. Yes.
Yeah, lost momentum, right?
Correct. So please remember, okay, do not, let's all try, okay? We will say we learn slowly, we try to shape our habits slowly, okay? So this is one of the things that make multitasking actually not so good, okay? And also is a serious toll on productivity because we just switch from one to another, and then actually focusing on single tasks is so much easier. Finish it in 5 minutes without changing to another task, so that you don't have to go back and then study another 10 minutes on the topic again. All right, it's same as studying, right? I think for mothers that have been coaching kids as well, we want them to do one exercise, but suddenly you say, hey, tomorrow got spelling, okay, let's stop it and do the spelling. So I have this idea that we are always, we actually bring this multitasking into our children. Do you think so or not, Nicole?
Yeah, because we are their role model. Then they see, they copy, and they see their teacher do that, they see their classmate do that, they see their auntie, uncle do that. So it kind of like subconsciously they pick it up.
So we must really try, really try that, tell ourselves, hey, stop, don't bring the multitasking and all the anxiety, because by suddenly switching to another thing, the child also gets a bit of a shock. Then suddenly switch, and then when you go back to the practice again, then the child may have problem going back to the thoughts again. Okay, so that's all. Be mindful, and also especially for children studying. Okay, remember. And actually, there are actually 3 main things that multitasking is not good. Okay, one of them is actually like just now I say, slow you down. Right, you have to go back and then recall. Okay, another thing is juggling. Okay, you also find that you do several things at one time. Sometimes you also add stress to yourself. I know, it's like, oh, I haven't do the first one, then I go back to the first one again. So it adds stress. So I really want you all to know that be mindful, you know, and multitasking is not actually helping you. Maybe even add stress, anxiety to you. Okay, and lastly, multitasking makes mistakes. Okay,
tell me about it.
okay. So for children as well, you know, when we're trying to do different things, like you're doing maths, Chinese at the same time, you know, I think it's better to concentrate on one before you go to another. At the same time, you find that maybe you're using the English way to write your Chinese structure. Okay, so yeah, please be very mindful, you know, that if you're in the maths mode, doing maths, right? Yeah, focus on the maths and then have the mathematical sense, you know, all your plus minus all do properly, rather than, you know, let's switch to another English, because you know different subjects are using different parts of our brains as well. Yeah, so it's also good that I share with you all that, yeah, so please try to do one thing or study one thing at the same time, and do not go and switch from one to another. All right, so these are the disadvantages or the costs. Okay, so what about you? Do you have any experience, you know, like find that you are multitasking and you're making mistakes, or you're like wasting more time, or your children also follow you to do the same?
Yes, definitely, like, you know, watch your handphone and eat at the same time. And you know, when they pick it up from you, then the next time you ask them, hey, why you do that? And then
yes. Mommy, you also do the same. Yes.
That's the worst thing. And then I was like, okay, when was the last time I do it? So it's very subconscious. I cannot remember. Then I started to have excuses and say, oh yeah, I do it for work, but for you it's not work. So actually, that's also not a very good excuse. But I've learned to put my phone aside.
Yes, yeah. And so for children, right, when you are young, if you try to do multitasking, right, actually doing a very bad thing to your brain, because your brain are just forming the neural connections. Okay, so give your brain, the young brains, a chance to recognize what are the tasks and what kind of skills needed, rather than you're trying to switch from one another. The brain also gets confused. Okay, so this is very, very good advice for parents. You know, it's really scientifically true that growing brains need to focus. Yeah, sometimes we blame our children, cannot focus, cannot study more than 15 minutes. But, you know, probably it's because we are also giving them the chances to switch from different tasks. So they are not able to concentrate and do one task properly. Okay, so we look at ourselves, like you say, we are the role models, as well as don't give them tasks that make them want to switch to another, or give them instruction, because we will listen to us, right? Okay, do A, do B, do C, right? Yeah, so we're actually training them to be like that. And that's why I find a lot of children really cannot concentrate. Okay. Yeah, so let's go down to the techniques. Okay, maybe we share 2 techniques, you know. Yeah, Nicole, maybe you share one of techniques, how you can help everyone here to less multitask and focus. Okay, I will share the slides.
Sure. Okay, yeah. I'm not too sure whether have you heard of this Pomodoro Technique. All right, so this technique is more towards like task planning. So I know sometimes we have too many tasks. So I always advocate planning. So what you can do is you can plan in advance. So for example, I know sometimes it's not easy, right? You go to your work desk, be it at home or at work, you start to see, got so many things. So maybe you want to spend like just 2 minutes to settle down and list down your top 3 important things. Then that's what I call task planning. So these top 3 things is your task that you need to finish, right?
Yes.
Then step 1 is you choose the first task that you want to do.
That's right.
And then you set a timer for 25 minutes. So Pomodoro is actually the tomato for Italian. Yeah.
So
it's like a
timer.
kitchen timer.
Use your handphone, right?
Yes. And you know, I started to use it because I got a free cube timer that has like 15, 20 minutes and 30 minutes and 60 minutes timing. So I started to use that and it works wonder for me. Later I'll show you a testimony. And then you work on the task until the timer peeps. Or of course you can use a handphone, right? You don't have to really go all out and buy a timer if you don't have the time right now.
Yes.
And then you take a short break. Why? When you take a short break, you're resting your eyes as well. Yeah,
right.
And you're giving your brain a little rest.
Awesome.
Okay. And then you repeat it for 4 cycles. It's almost an hour already. You take a longer break after 4 sessions. Okay.
Very, very good, very good. Yes, I think it helps a lot, wherever you're a student or whether you're a mother trying to do a few things, Yeah, so do these 4 steps, and if one hour cycle is not enough, you can use another cycle to do the same thing. Yeah, or you can do different things, right? So this at least we get 20 or 25 minutes all fixed on one thing, okay?
Yeah.
So
that is how it looks like. And then don't forget to also factor in playtime and bedtime, because I think during COVID, I think everybody stay at home, they lost track of time, they like to watch TV till late night. So I'm not too sure, but that's what I heard. And sometimes we also forget to factor in playtime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, rest time, playtime, right? So our body also needs to rest, right?
Playtime not just for you and maybe your children as well.
That's
so
right, that's right.
Be healthier and be more better.
Yeah, exercise time, all these, right? All very important, right? Very, very good. Okay, thank you, Nicole, for sharing. Yeah, this is your testimonial, is it?
Yes, this is one of the sharing that I have where I share my time system. And this lady, she's working and she have I think 2 children. And she's taking exam. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Then I asked her, hey, do you use my time system? Then she said, yes, I started to use the cute timer. And then she asked me, where can I buy? I said, yeah, just go Taobao and buy.
Oh, nice. Thanks for being so detailed about the steps. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about another simple hacks that you can
okay.
tell us? Yeah.
The next simple hack is, as you know, I'm a aroma wellness advocate.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
So obviously I use a lot of aroma, a lot of essential oils to help me. Okay. So why I use essential oils? Because out of our human 5 senses, right, the sense of smell is the only one that is connected to our brain directly. So I'll give you an example. If you use peppermint, the next slide, you will realize that next slide.
Next slide.
You will realize that peppermint has the ability to help us to perform better. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, as you can see on the blue underline, because it contains this chemistry called menthol. So menthol is the one that causes you the cooling effect, right?
Correct,
so same thing when you smell peppermint.
So I get wake up kind of.
Wake up, yes, perk it up. So the peppermint will actually go straight to your nose, and then you go, okay, I wake up. So how to fall asleep? You can't.
Right. So it's fast for us, right? Facts.
All right. Okay. So that is why if you want a faster way, like you will ask me, so that is the task planning earlier. The Pomodoro Technique is a technique, right?
Yes, correct.
Used to exercise. But then if you want a fast way, either you can use a diffuser to help you so that you keep inhaling the peppermint, you will not fall asleep, or you can just put it on your palm and then you smell it from time to time. It's really up to you. Yeah, but don't worry, you won't get addicted lah.
Correct. Okay, so I just give one more very, very simple way. Okay, like if you feel that you're being distracted, okay, you can, like for example, handphones. Okay, you're distracted, right? So what you do is you can remove the app, or you remove the notification. Or for students, right? My students always advise them when they're doing a task, like there's 25 minutes, right, to do a task, right? Put away the handphone in the drawer. Just put there, then you don't get to your itchy hands go and sit. Or sometimes, why?
Actually, you can off the Wi-Fi. You know why? Because the notification keep coming. The student also get distracted. So you know what I do now? I just totally off the Wi-Fi, the mobile data for a period of time. So let's say when you use my Pomodoro technique, right? The timer is 20 minutes, right? You can actually
no Wi-Fi, no data.
Yes, you off it, right? And when you take a break, you can take a handphone and take a look. But same thing, time yourself.
Can. Okay, great. So we have 3 methods ready. Pomodoro method, and a quick hack is using peppermint oil. Okay, so do let Nicole know, and drop her a message, on how to get the best peppermint oil here. Okay, so yes, we have finished the live, and we have your free aromatherapy class, right? So take a snapshot, use the QR code here to sign up with Nicole so that she can inform you of the free aromatherapy class or any kind of workshops that she wants to invite you on. Okay, so remember, we are all wanting to improve our life be more wellness in our lives. Okay, so for me, I have this webinar that's helping parents. Many parents have gone to a webinar to learn how to help their children to get better grades. Okay, so I help children and parents to transform, unhappy to frustrated parents to happy kids. Okay, so for children, they are very they have no confidence. Okay, so I help them to build their confidence, and not only in studies, and also in other areas as well, right? So optimizing learning is what I do. Okay, so that children love to learn as well as motivate themselves. So take a snapshot of them, my link here, and then be one of the exclusive people come to my latest webinar, which I will, not the usual one already, okay, I've revamped my webinar. So please come to my webinar soon, and always go to the link and sign up, all right? So yeah, that's all for today, and thank you so much. Okay, I will put the link into the comments, okay? Like this is a QR code for Nicole. Okay,
I'll put a link for you all to use as well.
Yes.
So Jasline will share her link, and then I will share my link. So we would like to add value to your life, and you know, as mommy, we understand how tough it can be sometimes if there's no support, nobody to listen to you, right? So we are here to support you. It's not just about offering our courses, but if you need a listening ears, you can
questions
right?
that you have for us. Yes, we all share. Okay, and then share this link to more people, and we will promise to reply to all your comments and your questions. Okay? Yeah. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.